Alright guys, it's Snowman5443. I'm gonna do my first official rant. I did do my Alexander one, but I was just experimenting, still trying to find who I am on YouTube, but I think I really got my character down pat. So I'm gonna declare this as my first official rant. Here we go. It is on Twilight and New Moon. I have read the books. Well, I've read the first book, and I'm about 2/3 through the second one. And I've seen the first movie. I'm gonna say it right now. These are the worst pieces of art I have ever seen, read, anything. They are so terrible and bad. Calm. I might flip out occasionally while doing this rant, but I'm going to try and keep this as calm as possible. The hard part is, you see, I am a fan of all Transylvania monsters. Zombies, mummies, Frankenstein, and vampires are my personal favorite. And there are rules when being a vampire, such as the sun having a negative effect, weaknesses such as a stake in the heart, holy water, or some sort of garlic even, something like that. You don't sparkle in the sunlight. It doesn't work like that. And Twilight fan brats have been saying, well, it's because they're a new evolved version of vampires. And to that, I'm just like, okay, evolution doesn't work like that. I know that's the theory of adaptation over time, but to adapt to something like burning in the sunlight, you would have to stand in the sunlight, and your skin cells would slowly absorb that until adaptation finally occurred where you were immune to it and you somehow sparkle. It still just doesn't work. Because you would die before that even happened. Alright, so I'm going to try and, once again, just breathe. But you know what? It's not exactly the book, or the big flaws at being a vampire. I mean, that's a huge mistake, but let's take a look at the book. Alright, so many problems with the book. I mean, when I read I tried reading Lord of the Rings, it was just too descriptive. Everything was like, let me think. It was like, I saw a desk, and on the desk were these glasses, but 10 years ago, these glasses might not have been there. And it was like a paragraph when you could have just described the desk like, it was a brown desk, there was some glasses on it, there was a camera beside the glasses with a can of paint on the other side of the glasses. I don't know, something like that. But Stephanie Meyer decided to be the smarter author and use a thesaurus on every fucking word. I mean, Friends did a joke on that. Joey used a thesaurus on every word when he was trying to send a message to a Chandler because he wanted to sound smarter. I'm gonna read a part of this book right now. I have it open. Charlie was waiting up for me. All the house lights were on. My mind was blank as I tried to think of a way to make him let me go. This wasn't going to be pleasant. Edward pulled up, slowly staying well back from my truck. All three of them were actually alert. Ramrod straight in their seats, listening to every sound of the wood, looking through every shadow, catching every scent, searching for something out of place. The engine cut off, and I sat motionless as they continued to listen. Now imagine every fucking paragraph like that. Yeah, that's Twilight. Every paragraph is just too over descriptive, and you just don't even care after a while because you're just like, oh. Now the only reason girls can look at this and go, it's a good book, is because there's finally a story out there with a romantic boyfriend. No, there's been Romeo and Juliet and basically every fucking thing written by Shakespeare. Alright? Those are classic good stories with boyfriends that are supposedly superior than normal boys. Now let's get into the book a little bit more. Now the characters, let's start with our main protagonist, who is Bella. Bella is basically a Mary Stu. Yeah, that's a girl, Gary Stu, right? Anyway. But as much as she's a Mary Stu, she's also a complete, clueless, dumb broad. She is! She's predictable, she has no common sense, and if someone's talking to her, we already know what she's gonna say. She's gonna go, oh, that's nice. I love you too, Edward. Or something along that lines. Because, like I said just now, she has no personality. She's a robot, for fuck's sake. So now it's about vampires dating robots. But now I think about it, that's why this is such a good book. Or, such a good book, in quotes. because girls can put themselves into Bella. They can think, oh, I wish Edward would be like this with me. Oh, and then they hug and kiss themselves, and then they finger bang themselves to Edward. Grow up. Edward's not real. And Robert Patterson, I almost said Edward Patterson, would never fucking date you. Why? Because you're a stupid, clueless bitch who thinks this book is good literature. It is not good literature. It is the worst piece of shit ever written. And speaking of Edward, talk about the worst boyfriend ever. I mean, think about the plot in New Moon. He goes, I can't take care of you because I'm dangerous. So all the shit that we've been through in the first book was all for nothing, and I'm not gonna man up to my responsibilities as your boyfriend and take good care of you. No, I'm gonna fucking ditch you for 200 pages, come back, and then ask you to marry me. Wow, what a dick. Well, not much left to talk about, but the antagonist, James, in the first one, and in the second one, I was kind of undecided. I thought it was more of basically the whole werewolf point, and yeah. But you know what? I'm just gonna talk about James because I'm gonna go see New Moon real quick, and then I'm not gonna read the books after that because they're a waste. They're that bad. So James or Josh, that's right, Darkness. I'm calling you out. Basically, he doesn't like Bella because she smells nice. What? He wants to kill Bella because she smells nice? That's the stupidest plot I've ever heard. Apparently, it's because he likes a challenge. A challenge of what? It's a normal person. Just stab her. Or shoot her with a sniper. I don't know. Use your vampire powers. It really wouldn't be that hard. But wait, there's Edward. So kill her in her sleep. Oh wait, Edward's a stalker. So going back to Edward being a dick, he stalks her. Girls don't like that. Sorry, got a little off topic there. Again, James wants to kill Bella because she smells nice. That doesn't make any sense to me. All right, someone explain that to me. It doesn't work like that. No, because every guy that I've talked to said, "Yeah, my girlfriend smells nice," and I always go, "Does that make you want to kill her?" They always look at me like I'm crazy. So, is he jealous or what? It doesn't work. Stephenie Meyer, you have no talent. Alright? None whatsoever. Using a thesaurus on every word is stupid. I think I know what happened. I think you had a get-rich-quick scheme in high school. Yeah, you wrote this when you were in grade 12 and you were an emo bitch sitting at the corner of your class talking about nothing and drawing on your desk. And then you came up with this whole fantasy about romantic vampires. So then you made that into a novel and sold it when you're older and made $1 million. You know what that is? That is shit. Alright? And you know what, people? It's a New York Times bestseller. That's what a lot of people will say about this book. Well, you know what? Forrest Griffin's Got Fight is a New York bestseller. Alright? It's not hard to get a New York Times bestseller. Any book really gets it when it just comes out and it's famous. They pretty much just stamp that on the cover. Alright? I'm Snowman 5443 and I'm fucking done.